Hello everybody. Today we are going to look at reporting with passive verbs. A common way of reporting what is said by an unspecified group of people is to use it, passive verb, that clause. It is believed that genetics can account for 75% of your adult intelligence, with the environment being responsible for the remaining 25%. An alternative to it passive verb that clause is to use subject passive verb to infinitive. Using this structure allows us to use the subject as the topic of the sentence. Genetics is believed to account for 75% of your adult intelligence, with the environment being responsible for the remaining 25%. Some verbs that can be used in this structure are believe, claim, expect, report, understand, say, consider, know, think, and assume. Now, let's look at some examples. People say that he is a friendly man. People say that is in present tense. He is a friendly man is also in present tense. So, we have two alternatives to make a passive form. The first alternative, remember, is to start with it, passive verb, and that clause. So, it is said that he is a friendly man. The second alternative is he is said to be a friendly man. Let's look at the other example. People said that this is in past form. He was a friendly man is also in the past tense. So, the first alternative is it, passive verb, and that clause. It was said that he was a friendly man. People said that is in past tense. That's why it passive is also going to be in the past form. It was said that. The other alternative is he was said. This time you have the subject. To be a friendly man. Let's look at some more examples. People know that he is living in New York. People know that is in present tense. He's living in New York is also in present tense, but this time in continuous form. So, we do the same thing. It is known that, and then you copy the rest of the sentence. That is the noun clause. Or, you can say he is known. This time, don't forget you need your infinitive and pay attention to the ing form of the verbs. People knew that he was living in New York. Again, these two parts are in past tense. So, the first alternative is it was known that, and you copy the rest of the sentence. He was living in New York. The other alternative is he was known to be living in New York. So, past continuous, you have to show this continuous form in your passive sentence as well. Now the other example. People say that he has been to Europe several times. People say that is in present form. He has been to Europe several times is in present perfect tense. So as you can see, there is a time difference between these two parts. So how do I show this time difference? It is easy. The first one is it is said that he has been to Europe several times. No problem. Now let's look at the second one. He is said to have been to Europe several times. So I use this perfect infinitive to show that there is a time difference between these two parts of the sentence. Let's look at the other example. People said that is in past tense. He had been to Europe several times is in past perfect tense. you see that there is a time difference between these two actions. First, he goes to Europe, then people say something about it. So, the first alternative is, it was said that he had been to Europe several times. Or you can say, he was said to have been to Europe several times. So this perfect infinitive shows that there's a time difference between these two actions. Newspapers report that the robbers were caught. Newspapers report that is in present tense. The robbers were caught is in past tense. There is a time difference between these two actions. But we know what to do. Our job is easy. The first alternative is, it is reported that, and you copy the second part of the sentence. Or we say, the robbers are reported, passive form, to have been caught, perfect infinitive. But I want to attract your attention to this part. Here, this is also passive. The robbers were caught, passive, so I have to show this in my reported sentence as well. Newspapers reported that, past sentence, the robbers had been caught, past perfect, but this is passive past perfect. So it was reported that the robbers had been caught. The other alternative here is, you have to be careful. The robbers were reported to have been caught, right? Because this is passive. They expect that, people expect that the space shuttle will return today. Expect present tense, will return future form. So it is expected that the space shuttle will return today, or the space shuttle is expected to return today, right? So let's look at the other one. The people expected that, past tense, the space shuttle would return the following day, future in the past. So it was expected that the space shuttle would return the following day, or the space shuttle was expected to return the following day. You see, to return, to return. We just changed the time, that's all. So now it's your turn to look at these sentences and write it passive and subject passive forms of these sentences without changing the meaning. Have a go. Good luck. Okay, now let's look at section B. Let's say you are preparing a news report for a radio station. You're not sure whether all the information you have received is correct, and you have underlined any unconfirmed information in your notes. Write up your news report using the present passive form of the verbs below, followed by the infinitive or perfect infinitive to show which information is unconfirmed. Okay, start now. Okay, now rewrite the sentences beginning with the words in italics. Okay, that's all for today. If you have any questions, please contact me. Have a nice day. Bye.